Good morning, everyone. T-Speaker 222 XRP Future Millionaire with the side bet on XLM Future Digibite. Oh, gee, so you guys seen the quick pump? That's what happens when you get a volume spike. That's why I always say what can happen if you get a volume spike. But I just came on, guys, and told you, literally, if you go back and watch the video, what did I say? You can trade between this in and out now until you break down. That's what I just said, and that's exactly what we did. We went back to the top side. Nothing more, nothing less. We had a little bit of a push over the top, but then it broke right back down. So I like to come on when things happen so that I can be transparent with you, because we literally always talk about this. And we had a volume spike. That is your definition of a volume spike. And if you look at it, now that we're getting up there with what it did, you know, we could possibly get another volume spike and go a little bit higher. We don't know. But this is often what happens when you have a drop, then shorts get taken, and then you go back. This is all planned, guys. It's exactly what always happens. Our old resistance line is the dollar. When we came down, we had a dollar. Let me bring it out farther. So we came up and tested. We went inside out. So now we tested what would be the uptrending resistance line, which used to be the support line. That line that goes up used to be the uptrending support. So we should be on the top side of that right now. But we came up and wrote it as resistance right now because we popped right back to the bottom side. Does that not mean we did one of these? And does that mean we can't do that again and pop back down again? Absolutely, we could do that. And we could keep doing that until we break down. That's why I said you trade in and out in there until you crash. Happens all the time. So I want to make sure that you guys understand, until you break certain levels, this doesn't matter. This is all premature and fake outs. And of course, it was right when the U.S. markets and people start waking up in the U.S. It happened. It never fails. It also never fails that they do something like this right before a dump all the time. This could even go up to $1.08. We don't know. But it depends how long it rides this, guys. It can do this and keep dumping, and then before you know it, you're like, shit, we're at 79 cents anyhow. It just didn't do it in a crash. But there is going to be a crash coming. And I've seen some people say if it doesn't happen by Friday, you're invalidated. How? That just shows the stupidness of some of the things I read. Holy smokes. But I always tell you guys, when things pump like this and you know what kind of market you're in, if you're looking, unless you're a long holder and you're a swing trader, the moment you hit 10% there, you should have been like, okay. Or once it hit that, because it made a quick spike up. Where did it end up getting stopped at? 99.4. So around the same area where it came up a few times the other day, it got to like $1 briefly. But every time it got to that level, it just got rejected. I think we got to $1.02 actually. So I'd be looking for maybe another spike up to $1.02. I mean, that's what you could anticipate. Sorry, I'm taking some of these stupid dots off. But you could anticipate a possible second jump up. And maybe get to $1.02 and ride that a second time, but that's a 45-minute candle right now. We talked about the one, that's 4.98, 5 million. So you have a 5 million candle, and look at it, guys. On that 5 million candle, now, where we were at the start of the candle, somewhere between 91 and 92.5 cents. We got up to 98, but now it's scaled back now and it's at 96. But I would expect a second push. When you have a push like that, you often have one more push up and you get to the target of where you drop from. So if you look at it, we dropped up here. Oh, actually, it came up to it almost perfectly. That was the old drop level right there. So it actually touched it perfectly. Look at that. And if you look, wow. So yeah. I would expect to see if it keeps playing between these two bounces now and see what happens. But it's a 7.8, 7.9% gain. But it's not even up to where it was at when it dropped. That's the thing we have to remember. You're always going to have these If it's worth it to you, that's why I always say if it's worth it to you to get 10%, it's not to me. So I wasn't even considering buying that after the dump yesterday, to be honest with you. I wasn't even considering buying it to the top side of that wedge, the inside out we've created now that we're just dragging out. But that's what happens. That's why I like to have the overextension. That's how you do it. So watch this resistance line that should have been support until it broke down, and see how it reacts to it. Right now it's reacting terribly to it. It got rejected hardcore and it came back down. So let this morning play out, because I would expect another bump to 99 or $1 probably, or $1.02 where it was at the very top. But 99 cents seems to be overwhelming support or resistance right now. But as we get farther out, you can ride higher up that resistance line that used to be support. That's why we do it like this. It's as simple as that. We bounced off the downslope and resistance, and now we've bounced off the uptrending support to the downside of it. And we bounced up off of the downsloping resistance. So it looks like we've got a nice area of support resistance built in at 99 cents for resistance. And support right now we're at about, we've hit it several times, about 85 cents, 88 cents, about 89 cents. So 99 cents seems to be holding at the top. And then 89 cents seems to be holding for the most part at the bottom, besides little spikes here and there up and down. But that's your trading range. So stay blessed.